Well, hi everyone. Welcome to Twin Flame Tarot. My name is Toni and this is the Twin Flame weekly forecast for the week of Sunday, January 31st through Saturday, February 6th, 2021. However, anytime you are here is exactly when you are intended to be here because you know the drill. Time is limitless. Hi, welcome back to my returning subscribers and hello to you if you are new here. So as I said, my name is Toni, and this is the Twin Flame Tarot. So first, I'm going to pull a few cards for our Divine Feminine. Next, I will pull a few cards for the Divine Masculine. And lastly, I'll pull a couple cards for our collective Twin Flames. If you see a deck of cards you like, I will link them down below in the description. And when I refer to the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, Divine mean holy, feminine and masculine do not refer to one specific gender. Y'all ready? Let's get this table set. Let's get out our sage incense. And let's clear this table off, shall we? All right. Let's get her good and smoky. Let's do this. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. We clear, we bless, we protect this space. And I'm going to clear, bless, protect, activate, and fully align all my chakras and energetic auric grid systems. Beautiful. Give me just a second. Had another piece of incense just perfectly timed, burned out. That was perfect. All right, headphone users, turn down your volume so I can set the tone for this reading. Beautiful. All right, now let's set our intentions for this reading. By calling forth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, we invite our angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. Please join us. Please help us to understand, to interpret these messages as we receive them. We invite protection over this table for all of our viewers and ourselves. Let no harm come to anyone watching. Let no harm befall me. In Jesus Christ's name I pray. Amen. All right. Y'all ready? Because I'm ready. Let me get a sip of my drink. This is just hot water and cinnamon and just a little bit of stevia. Super good for your throat chakra. I got that little tip from V Love and Crystals here on Instagram or on YouTube. If you get a chance, go check her out. V Love and Crystals. She's one of my favorites. All right, y'all. Let's get going. Divine Feminine, are you ready to get going? Because I'm ready. Let's do this. Divine Feminine, up first for you today. We're going to look at the Work Your Light Oracle cards. Headphone users, turn it down, please, for the shuffle. That's gorgeous. Angels, ancestors, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine today? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for the week of January 31st through February 6th, 2021? What messages do you have for the Divine Feminine, whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this reading? Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. What messages do we have? Wow, just like that for the Divine Feminine. Nice and quick. I like it when they're succinct. Protection. Call. Just wants to jump out of my hand. Protection. Call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. Call back your power. So, you know, we just had that full moon on Thursday of last week. And this is interesting time period, you know, with that Aquarius sun. We're in the Aquarius season. There's a lot of energy that's kind of... it's a different kind of energy, okay, is what I'm trying to say. That Leo full moon and that Aquarius sun. Perhaps, you know, you're giving your energy to people, places, and things that don't deserve it. And you're being asked to call back your energy because you know, you can't pour from an empty cup, right? That's what they always say, can't pour from an empty cup. Well, call back your energy. Let's see what that's about. We're going to look at the Golden Girls Tarot cards. Headphone users, let's turn it down for the shuffle. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine today? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine for the week of January 31st through February 6th, 2021? What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine, whatever time, date, place, or space they are watching this reading? Thank you so much. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. What messages do we have for the Divine Feminine? Just like that. Look, 7 of Wands and the Sun. So yeah, you're fighting off. Your energy wants to come, your energy, you've given away too much. You've given away way too much of your own energy and you don't have enough energy of your own to fight your own battles, okay? So you are definitely being called to call back your power to cut the cords. If you don't know what that means, there's tons and tons and tons of videos here on YouTube. Go search for, cord cutting or soul retrieval or call back your power. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. Yep, Queen of Swords. Yeah, you do. You need to call back. Eight of Cups, the Empress, the Hierophant, and the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. So, I mean, Divine Feminine, feels like you've been giving away just a lot of your energy. And the thing is that it may not even be recent. This could have been something in the past, okay? But remember, we just talked about, you just had that Leo full moon, right? The sun, Leo. So, it feels like you're just draining yourself. You've given away too much of your energy. Could have even been in past relationships. But look, you got that Queen of Swords, the Eight of Cups. You're not able to see that higher perspective because you can't walk away. You can't see that higher perspective. You can't tap into your own intuition. You can't hear any of it, okay? Wheel of Fortune and the Hierophant. It's about you've got to get focused on your own destiny and focused on yourself. Your energy has been spread way too thin. It could be consciously or unconsciously, but either way, you are definitely spreading yourself too thin in past relationships, past situations. You haven't let go of that energy, and so you keep recalling it and keep bringing it forward, and you can't move forward if you're looking. You can't drive your car forward down the road if you're looking in the rearview mirror because you're going to eventually hit a tree or something. Same thing. You're letting your energy stay with people, places, and situations that no longer are serving your best and higher good, and so you don't have the energy to pour for your own cup, and so you may be feeling a little bit drained right now, Divine Feminine. So you are definitely being told, call back your power, cut the cords. And when you do, you'll be able to really focus on yourself. You got the Empress, the Hierophant, and the Wheel of Fortune. In this case, when these three show up, when sitting under this situation, this is like getting really strict with trusting your own intuition and trusting where it's leading you. But you haven't been able to. You haven't been able to. You can't hear yourself. Okay, so that's what it's saying. Your intuition wants you to hear. It has something very important and needs you to listen to and follow its instructions. Call back your power. Cut your cords. All right, Divine Feminine. Like I said, if you don't know what that means, there are tons and tons and tons of really great videos out there about how to cut your cords, how to recall your power. Just do a little quick search up there in the search bar, once we're done watching this video, okay? All right. If you haven't already, give me a thumbs up on this video or hit subscribe, hit that notification bell to join the notification gang. Find out when I post new content. Divine Feminine, I'm very glad you were here with me because now it is time for our Divine Masculine. We're going to pull from the Healing with the Angels Oracle cards. All right. Headphone users, let's turn down the volume for that shuffle. Gorgeous. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the Divine Masculine today? What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine for the week of January 31st through February 6th, 2021? What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine in whatever time, date, place, or space they are watching this reading? Thank you. These are old cards and they're really broken in well, but boy, the thing about these shiny cards, I prefer a matte card. They will just go flying across the table sometimes. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit, what messages do we have for the Divine Masculine today? We just need one card, please. One card on the table for our Divine Masculine. What messages do we have? What does the Divine Masculine need to know? Whoever is watching this reading, what do they need to know for this week coming up? Thank you. Blessings. I love it. Blessings. So you got blessings about to rain down upon you, Divine Masculine. I'm not going to really even read that at all. I kind of feel like it's self-evident what it means. It says, the angels want you to know that you have extra blessings around you right now. Additional angels are with you, giving you an added cushion of love and light. Okay. So basically the thing is that you're being told you are not alone. In fact, I hear very loudly right now that some of you don't just feel very alone, you feel almost forsaken, like you never get your blessings. And what you don't understand is that what you're going through right now is, you know, kind of all a path, a step leading towards your blessings. And you can't get to the top of the mountain until you go through the valley and start climbing up the mountain. Okay, you have to get to the top of the mountain by taking one step at a time going up. And sometimes it's hard to see those blessings. You know, when you're in the deep of the valley, in the darkness of the valley, it's hard to see the light at the top of that mountain and realize that all along the way on the path up the mountain, that there's been a path. You didn't have to just like climb up the mountain willy-nilly. There was actually a path for you to take, and that alone, that path, even though it wasn't easy, it was a blessing. But there was a path. There was always a blessing. There's always a blessing. Okay, and that's the message I hear, that there is always a blessing. Some of you don't see that. Some of you feel very alone and forsaken, and you're not. The blessing is that you are never alone. You're never forsaken. And if you will tap into that energy that flows through you, you'll be able to find, you know, you'll be able to hear, you'll be able to see that you're not alone. All right, let's get some information about that, though. Let's pull from the Modern Witch Tarot Divine Masculine. Headphone users, let's turn it down for that shuffle. Dang, that was a lot of energy on that. All right. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit, what messages do we have for the Divine Masculine today? What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine for the week of January 31st through February 6th, 2021? What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine? Sun showing up again. What messages do we have for the Divine Masculine in whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this reading? Thank you so much. All right, angels, ancestors, guardians, God, spirit, what messages do we have for the Divine Masculine for this week? What messages do we have for whoever is watching this reading? Thank you. All right. Divine Masculine. You got a bunch of cards came flying out. It starts with Judgment, the Devil. Oh my God. Like, okay, listen here. There's some cards that we don't want to see. Remember, and some cards we definitely don't want to see altogether. And there's some cards that are like, okay, here's a list of all the bad cards that you don't want to see. You pulled like 3 out of 5. Okay, so there's a lot of heavy energy happening here. Let's see what you got. Yeah, the Chariot at the bottom of the deck, the King of Swords. That makes so much sense. The Page of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, and the 10 of Wands. Okay, so Divine Masculine, you don't see your blessings. You are in the thick of the storm. You are really and truly riding right through the middle of the valley right now. You are in the dark spot. It doesn't feel like you are able, you're sitting at this crossroads. It's really funny. You got the Chariot sitting right under Judgment. Judgment is the crossroads. Here. You don't see the blessings in the valley, okay? You're not seeing what's around you, and it's understandable, okay? It feels like, all right, so you're sitting at this crossroads right now, Divine Masculine, where you have a new journey that you want to go on, but you're being tied down. You've got this Judgment sitting right next to the Devil, all right? You're feeling... feeling very bound, and it almost feels like you are bound to a lie. This is a weird reading. All of a sudden I'm hearing something very strange. It feels like you have told a lie at some point. You fabricated a story, you made something up, and that story has now reached a crossroads. It's now time. It feels like that lie is about to be revealed. Alternatively, you could be in a situation, in a relationship with somebody where they have been lying to you, okay? They have been definitely lying to you, and it's about to come to a head, and that lie is about to be revealed, and it's going to break it up wide open. And this is a blessing. It may not seem like a blessing, but it is a blessing. It's going to give you a chance to lay down these burdens that you're carrying. It's going to give you a chance to have a new path, a path that's coming from a higher perspective, okay? A path that is, you're going to be able to look at this pain as you're sitting in this crossroads trying to decide which way to go, and you're going to see the blessing in the pain, and you're going to understand. It's almost like you need to observe it. It's almost like as it's happening to you, you're not really giving a you're not really assigning a meaning to it or a emotion or a feeling. It's like you're just somebody on the outside watching it happen to you, and you're allowing it to just happen and let whatever happens happens, because you see that at this crossroad, this tower is probably very necessary. Okay, it feels like either you or whoever this is that's been telling these lies has really gotten yourself into, or themselves into a thick. They've really gotten you kind of in a mess, and the only way out of it, unfortunately, is to burn it all down and to start over on a new journey. Okay, that, like I said, is coming from a higher path. Now, you got the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Cups, and the Ten of Wands. This new journey that you're on, you're very I love this version of Page of Pentacles. She's kind of like a little nerd. I love it. I love it how she's kind of like a little geeky nerd. But she's very ambitious. She's got this desire to seek something new. Okay, and that's where you're at. You're ready. You see this tower for the blessing that it is, and because you're coming from this higher perspective, this journey that it's going to lead you to. It doesn't upset you. You see it for the blessing it is. You see this journey for the blessing that it is, and you're actually looking forward to it. Here on the end with the Four of Cups and the Ten of Wands, it does feel like it's human nature to resist it. Okay, it's human nature to want to go through this tower. Who does? Who wants to find out somebody they love has been lying to them, and maybe there's third party. It feels like there could be a third party energy. When these two cards show up, this is third party energy. Okay, you've got Judgment, third party energy in the tower. So for some of you, you're about to find out that you've been cheated on. Okay, and like I said, this leads to a new road, a new path. But I would advise you to come at it from a higher perspective, and to embrace it. All right, to not resist it, because if you resist, like I said, if you can't just look at this from a higher perspective, if you resist this tower, or even worse, if you don't learn what it is you're supposed to see from this lesson, if you don't get the blessing from this pain, it's just going to be a burden that you're going to have to keep carrying. It's going to be a lesson you're going to have to keep repeating over and over and over until you do learn the lesson from this pain, okay? But I definitely feel like this crossroad that you're going to be sitting at, this judgment, the choice that you're going to have to call, the judgment call that you're going to have to make, this is vitally important that you see the blessings and that you see it from a higher perspective. This is vitally important that you're actually looking forward to learning this lesson, that you're not dreading it, that you're not pushing it away. Because if you push it away and you don't receive this lesson and fully integrate this blessing into your life, it's just going to come on back. It's just going to repeat itself, okay? So it's super, super important that you don't fear this tower, you don't try to block this tower, you don't try to stop this tower, and that you come at it with an open heart and a higher perspective. Don't be afraid of the journey you're about to go on, all right? Wow, divine masculine. That's a lot going on there, okay? There is a lot. I mean, there's definitely third-party deception, and choices are going to have to be made here for one of you, definitely. All right, so let me know what you think about it. Let's talk about it down in the comments. Give me a thumbs up on this video or subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate each and every single one of you subscribers. It helps so, so very much. And if you don't feel like doing either one of those, you can always hit that little notification bell and find out when I post new content, because now it is time to see what is going on with our twin flames. I'm going to pause for just a second before we go any further. We've been talking a lot about self-mastery for twin flames, and I definitely, again, feel like this is where we're headed. Divine Feminine, you're being told to call back your power, right? It's like you're giving your power away to people who don't deserve it, and you're being told, to stop fighting that and to recall your power. Divine Masculine, it's kind of the same thing. It feels like you gave your power to somebody who felt the need to use it and abuse it, okay? And it's time for you to make a better choice in regard to that. So these are lessons that both of you have to learn, all right? These are self-mastery lessons. There isn't a lot of union here, I see, even just before we even get to the twin flames. Like I said, though, I definitely feel like it's this season the twin flames are starting to come online, but we're going to see a lot of y'all come into union around Aries season. So this could be the last of these lessons that you're having to clean up. This is the last of the mess that you're having to work through before you two are able to come into union. And I definitely feel that very strongly. Like this is what's holding you back from the divine feminine, and this is what's holding you back from the divine masculine. Okay? All right, twin flames, it is your turn. First, we are gonna look at the Power Thoughts cards. Let's turn down the volume, please, headphone users, for the shuffle. Y'all hear that? Woo, that's some tight energy right there. All right, I'm excited. Let's see what they have to say. Angels, ancestors, guardians. I'm not gonna shuffle. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God's spirit. That's fine. What messages do we have for the twin flames today? What messages do we have for the twin flames for the week of January 31st through February 6th, 2021? What messages do we have for the twin flames for whatever day, time, or space they are watching this reading? Thank you. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God's spirit, what messages do we have for the twin flames for this week? What messages do we have for whoever is watching? All right. You got... I love this card because we keep talking about self-mastery and how this is probably the last little bit. What were we just talking about? The last little bit of self-mastery that we need to, get through. I accept myself. I accept my uniqueness. There is no competition and no comparison, for we are all different and we are meant to be that way. I am special and unique. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love myself. I love this message. I love this message for you, twins. So again, yeah, this is definitely a week of self-mastery. It is going to be about, for like divine masculine, as this is revealed to you, this tower moment, this truth comes out about maybe a third party or somebody's lying to you or there's somebody manipulating you. It's going to be about how you handle yourself. And divine feminine, you're giving away your energy, you're giving away your power, you're not able to hear, your own intuition, right? You need to stop giving away your power so that you can take charge of, of your energy going forward. Yes? So that's what we're trying to say. You need to accept your uniqueness. You need to accept your gifts, your energy, and it's how you handle yourself this week for both of you. This is about, understanding that you are not in competition with anyone, okay? You're not in competition with anyone except for yourself, really. To be a better version of yourself every day than you were the day before. But that's the only thing, because we are all different and we are all meant to be that way, okay? So understand that you can't change divine feminine, somebody else's opinion, by giving them your energy constantly. It's not going to change. They'll change when they are ready. And divine masculine, if that person is choosing to live the way they choose to live, that's not your problem. You need to focus on you. So it's all about how you handle yourselves. And remember, put yourselves first. I love myself. I am special and wonderful. I accept my uniqueness. Let's find out a little bit more. One more oracle card we're going to pull from the Romance Angels. Twins, let's turn down the volume for the shuffle. Nice. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God's spirit, what messages do we have for the twin flames today? What messages do we have for twin flames for the week of January 31st through February 6th, 2021? What messages do we have for twin flames in whatever time, space, or place they are watching this reading? Thank you so much. Angels, ancestors, guardians, God's spirit, what messages do we have for the twin flames for this week? Thank you. Just like that. That came out nice. Children. Okay. Your love life is being affected by children. So this is interesting because it feels like there's a couple ways this can go. One, you yourself, twins, are individually acting very immature. Okay. And it could be that you're being immature in this regard. It could be that you are not aware, divine feminine, that you're giving away your energy. Your response to avoiding conflict or to just dealing with situations is just to give away and to just ignore. Okay. That's a very immature way of seeing things. You're not loving yourself first. You're not protecting your own energy. Divine masculine, you could be very immature when it comes to the situation. When the tower comes, you could act very immaturely, and that could really, be what is the word I'm trying to say? The word destitute is in my head, and that is not what I'm trying to say. That could be a problem, is what I'm trying to say. The word is not coming to my mind all of a sudden. That could definitely lead to a problem. You need to make sure you're taking the high road here, that you're really coming at the situation as it comes to you, this tower moment, and seeing it for the blessing that it is, seeing that it's not something that's happening to you, it's happening for you, okay? The other thing with children is that you're being told, it says, I accept my uniqueness. It could be that you need to tap into something about you from when you were a child, when you were younger, an aspect of your personality that you've been holding back that needs to come forward. It could be this is what you need to recall, divine feminine, okay? And it could be that aspect of yourself is going to be the new journey that you are going to go on, divine masculine, as you come from this higher perspective, seeing that this tower is actually a blessing, okay? So there could be, like I said, immature behavior on either side of the table, but it also could be that there's something from you, from when you were a child, a dream deferred, an aspect of your personality that you used to have. Like, I know for me personally, before many, many, many years of trauma and stress, I was a much more bubbly, outgoing person, and that has changed a lot. I'm very, I keep to myself more, and I don't really share my thoughts and opinions as much with people, and I'm definitely not as outgoing as I used to be. And so maybe that's what we're talking about for me, that I need to tap into that uniqueness about myself from when I was a child and bring that back and water, plant those seeds and water them and watch them grow, okay? All right, divine masculine, divine feminine twins. Let's get some tarot and close it out and see what's up with this. Let's see, twins. We are going to close out today by reading from the Light Seers Tarot. One last time, headphone users, let's turn it down for this shuffle. That's nice. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. Let me try not to drop this deck. There we go. What messages do we have for twin flames today? What messages do we have for twin flames for the week of January 31st through February 6th, 2021? What messages do we have for twin flames in whatever time, date, space, or place they are watching this reading? Thank you so much. All right. Angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, spirit. We need 3 cards, please, for the twin flames. What messages do we have for the twin flames for this week? What messages... too many. What messages do we have for whoever is watching this reading? What messages do we have for whoever is watching this reading this week? Let's see. How many cards? We'll take that. We'll make that work. We needed 3. We got 4. All right. Up first. Queen of Wands. Okay. Then you have the 5 of Swords. There's that struggle bus showing up. The Magician. I like it. The Magician showing up next to that 5 of Swords. Being able to rally back. And then we got that King of Swords. I think that King of Swords is in here twice now, isn't it? Yep. King of Swords. Coming from that higher perspective. And then sitting at the bottom of the deck. I love it. Temperance. 4 of Pentacles. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups again. Walking away. There's that 8 of Cups again twice. 5 of Cups. Oh. Hang on, I'm trying to think. Yeah, 7 of Cups. I had to think, did I want to put that one out? 7 of Cups, yes. Okay, so let me tell you how we read this. How to decide which cards. Sometimes, I don't know which cards I'm going to use. It's your intuition. When tarot readers, we use our intuition, which is what we try to tell y'all to do all the time. All right, we read past, present, future. This card sets between the past and the present. This card sets between the present and the future, and the cards, as always, at the bottom are the clarifiers. So, sitting in the past, we have the Queen of Wands and the 5 of Swords sitting underneath. I accept my uniqueness. So, hold on. I gotta get a sip of my hot water here. So, if anybody was going to accept their uniqueness, it would be the Queen of Wands. She is here to just wave that freak flag, right? She's courageous. She's joyful. She's fearless. You know what I mean? She's just very determined and courageous. And she's not afraid to show who she is. Okay? I mean, look at her shining her light. And that's what this is saying. I love myself. And that's who she is. So it feels like you have been working on a path towards self-enlightenment, okay? Sit in the past, right? You have been working on this path towards self-enlightenment, but sitting in the past still, we have this Five of Swords. Five of Swords has a bunch of different ways of reading it, but in this case, it feels like what's happening is you're kind of getting the Five of Swords is a Pyrrhic victory, which is winning at any cost, okay? So yes, you won, but what did you lose in order to win, okay? So it feels like you've been working on this path of self-discovery, maybe even the twin flame path, okay? Because, you know, as I say, very often if you watch my channel, the twin flame is not about the couple as much, the union as much as it is about the individuals evolving. And the more you evolve, the more the couple is going to be able to come together and evolve together as a couple and help, you know, others, you know, transmute that energy for others and evolve. Anyway, the point is this is a solo act, okay? A lot of times it's more than you think. So it's like you're looking at yourself and you're like, okay, I need to make this change and that change and this change and that change, right? But instead, you're cutting off your nose to spite your face, okay? You're not accepting yourself. You're like, okay, let's say, for instance, you're somebody who procrastinates. I don't know why I said that because I'm not somebody, well, okay, I do procrastinate more than most. But let's say that you're somebody who procrastinates a lot. And you're like, I need to stop procrastinating. This is the change I'm going to focus on. And I am really gung-ho. And then when you don't fix this aspect of yourself, you don't change this aspect of yourself, now you beat yourself up. Ugh, I wasn't able to do it. I wasn't able to change. No, you just didn't accept who you are to begin with. And you didn't love that aspect of myself. I had to learn to love the fact that I procrastinate so much, because the thing is my procrastination oftentimes leads to me working really, really effectively, efficiently. And so this is an aspect of myself that I had to learn to accept and integrate. Does that make sense? I'm using me as an example, but that's what they're trying to say. It's like you started this journey towards self-discovery, but you immediately cut off your nose to spite your face, okay? You weren't willing to fully accept your flaws and understand that they're not good and bad. Is just something that we assigned to things. There's no such thing as a good or bad aspect of your personality. It just is. Your personality just is, okay? And then you decide whether it's good or bad, but it is neither. It's just something you decide. And so maybe you cut off your nose to spite off your own face. So here we are moving into the future, the present, all right? Sitting here still in the present, we have sitting over, I accept my uniqueness in the Five of Swords, but we also have now added into the present the Magician and children, okay? Your love life is being affected by children. So again, I feel like what happened is that when you began working on yourself, you, like I said, cut off your nose to spite your face, and now you're starting to recognize that. You're starting to recognize that maybe you were making, it's not that you were immature, but you didn't know what you didn't know, okay? And now you know better. Now you've grown, you've matured, and now you're able to more clearly define what it is you're trying to manifest for yourself. And now you're able to see, okay, yeah, okay, I cut off my nose, but I still have a full body. I still have, maybe I can't smell, but I still have my other four senses, okay? So I'm going to manifest what I can and as best as I can with those other four senses. And so that's where we're at. It's like you're finally able to see, oh, the reason why I'm not moving forward faster, the reason why this manifestation isn't coming to me faster is because though I had the right intention, and though I knew I was doing the right thing by focusing on healing myself, because as I heal myself, then I'll make myself more a better fit for my twin, right? I didn't realize this is what I did. Now I see the mistake I've made. Now I see why I have a roadblock, why I have a limit in front of me that's stopping me from going forward. And here's the opportunity now that you realize this to clean it up. This is the week. This is the chance that you get to accept that aspect of yourself, to forgive yourself, to love yourself, to see how special and wonderful you are, and to understand the only competition that you're in is the competition with yourself. But there is no competition between you and anyone else. There is no comparison, for we are all different, and we are meant to be that way. We're all special. We are all unique, and it's time for you to integrate that special uniqueness about yourself into yourself. The more you can accept yourself, the quicker you're going to be able to manifest, because moving into the future, you've got the Magician sitting underneath children and sitting beside King of Swords. So the quicker you can stop not seeing yourself for the whole damn meal you are, and just thinking that you're a snack and not seeing that you're a meal, the sooner that you can understand the mistakes that you made, okay? When you first were starting out towards this path, working, and maybe the wrong turns you made, the choices that weren't the right ones, you can kind of clearly identify that and see the lessons that need to be learned, okay? Not only will the manifestation come so much faster, look at this guy here with his man bun, but, hang on, I got it backwards. The King of Swords is showing up. King of Swords, sitting in that higher perspective, that knowing that your own inner truth and recognizing it. And being able to not only know your inner truth, recognize it, but being able to manifest almost instantaneously. This is the King of Swords. This is the fastest moving of all of the kings, right? So this is instantaneous manifestation. Now that you see what the mistakes you were that you made in the past, you're able to not make those mistakes again, okay? Because look, Temperance, 4 of Pentacles, 8 of Cups, 5 of Cups, 7 of Cups. Yeah, Temperance, 4 of Cups, you know, and 8 of Cups. It's resisting making that choice again. It's choosing to take the path of least resistance. It's choosing to resist your old habits, your old thought forms and beliefs, and walk away from the things that no longer serves you. Walk away, 8 of Cups and 5 of Cups. Walk away from the things that have hurt you in the past, right? Walk away from the things that caused you disappointment, because that's what I feel like. It feels like you've had a lot of disappointment because you've been working towards manifestation and you've almost gotten there. It feels like you've gotten really close, but you're not quite there yet. And that's caused a lot of disappointment where you're ready to walk away from those things that have caused you disappointment. Instead, make better choices. And that's what this is saying. It's telling you, make better choices, all right? Walk away from that hurt, that disappointment. Walk away from holding back. The 4 of Pentacles energy is about kind of being stubborn almost. It's about, holding on to something very tightly, even when you shouldn't, when you need to let go of it. It's not making room for that middle path. It's sticking firmly over here or over here, but not looking right in the middle, okay? And so that's what's happening. You got to make better choices, twins, okay? You got to make choices that no longer hurt you. Walk away from those choices that you've been making. And how do you walk away from those choices that have been hurting you? Well, first thing is you got to identify what it was. You got to sit down, look at yourself, review the whole situation, and figure out what it is that the choices that you've been making that ultimately have been leading to this pain, this hurt, and this confusion. And the sooner you can get real clear on your lessons, I mean, we're talking instantaneous manifestation is on the table. It is on its way to you. You both got just a little bit of fine tuning to do this week, okay? That's what it comes down to. Like I said, I really and truly believe, I've been saying that during Aquarius season, this is when the twins are going to start coming online, and this is what it's about right here. It's just that final little, brush, you can't see me, but, brush off your shoulders, get it, get yourself presentable. That's what you're doing. You're getting yourself presentable. You're getting yourself ready, because union is imminent. All right, twins? If you like this, please give me a thumbs up. My channel really appreciates it. Subscribe to me, because I'd love to see your face again, or hit the notification bell so that you can get notifications when I post new content. I post Twin Flame weekly every Sunday. On Monday, I post a weekly pick a card forecast, and every other week on the full moon and on the new moon, I post a moon tarot reading. So I hope I get to see you again, and if I don't, or if I do, I hope you know just how much I love you. All right, bye, twins.